of the exchange rate window, elimination of that other window, the Emefiele window, you find that that today they made over almost 1.9 trillion was shared. So out of this that was shared, how much came to my state? Let's take River State as an example. 23 local governments. So if 20-something% of that came to the local government, divide 23 local governments of the amount of money that came. Hello? So you begin to understand. So you multiply that amount by 23 local governments that came into the state, it should provide you water, sanitation at the local, before you begin to talk about the state. Yes. So when you aggregate this and begin to hold the local government chairman, the head of the Constituent Assembly at the local government level, who passes the budgets for appropriation and so on. And if they misbehave, you can go to the customary court, or if there are issues that have to be stayed, you go to the next level of the courts. Then you begin to understand the amount of resources that have come into your state. Because the states share 20-something%. The local government share 20-something%. Then when it comes to VAT, it is reversed, whereby federal government gets about 15%, the states get 50%. Yeah. So a lot of money comes in there. So you that have employed these people, before you begin to fight somebody who tells you that, look, these people are running amok, you must begin to think properly that you understand the fundamental. I needed to give this background.
Yes, very important, because a lot of people, I was just having an argument with the caller on the other hour. I was trying to say, your local government needs to hear about this. And he said, went to the local government. Local government said we should go to the state. In fact, but still, please tell the state government to help us. I said, but the local government is part of the state government. You see, so, I mean, I think I'm glad that we're having this conversation, because we need to be re-educated.
Yeah.
Some people are not even educated in that regard. But let me ask a very interesting question. As much as you say, we should know this, a few people might know it, but then something must have led to us becoming this maybe uninterested, disinterested, or uneducated in this regard, so much so that it is now a norm to push everything to the president or even the governor in regards to local government. Everything. The governor has to do this. The gutters are bad. The governor. Something must have led to us beginning to think in this direction, that it has to be the only chief executive in the mix of things is the president and the governors. And we forget about the legislators and local government chairman.
Okay, like I said here, in the local government, you have the chief executive, the chairman. You have his own assembly or his own
which are made up of councillors. Yes.
Yeah. And so they have their budgets and so on. It's your duty. So your street, the primary school where your child is supposed to nearby, and the primary health center, and it's your duty not to look at the state, but to them. Then when you're going to the teaching hospital, it either belongs to the federal government or to the state. States have their own and so on. Yeah, the state's tertiary or secondary.
Yes, the secondary. Yes. General hospitals are for states.
Yes, for states. Yeah. So you know that this road here belongs to the local government. If you don't, how come when it comes to taxes and levies, they brazenly come to your face? Then when it's time for them, you don't know what they use that money that you pay for, apart from the one that because of you, the Constitution gives to them every month. Then you look at it and you say you will not ask questions. You will not make them accountable for these people whom you've employed that are before you. You want to go and look at the man in Abuja. So we're mixing it all up. And the politicians, the smartest people in the world are the Nigerian politicians. So they throw information. They purposely get us miseducated. They even push us to the point that they don't want us to think or reason. And so when you look, they just throw things like,
So you're saying that this is a deliberate attempt, because the more uneducated in terms of knowing their duties and their offices, the better the better they are for
they
it.
They make you to misthink so that you can't ask the right questions. You lose your self-esteem. The average Nigerian employee, the employee in this system is that voter who elects people. Yes. The only place in the world, let me say this with a great sense of responsibility, you cannot steal government money in Nigeria whether the federal, state, or local government, without a piece of paper. It's either you over-invoice or you oversee, but you must write something. So people think Nigeria is so lawless. No, there are documentations for everything. So you, the employer, if you don't ask questions, if you don't know what to ask, you'll be asking amiss. And don't forget, there's state-sponsored misinformation and there's state-sponsored impoverishment of the people. They pushed it to mental impoverishment. People are not thinking properly. It's just this bandwagon, hey, we, wow, whoa. So you're not asking straightforward, basic, who is responsible for this? Oga, Councillor, you have not spoken to us since. Who is my councillor? Do I know it? You're scared of him. They sell fear to you.
I hear that every day. You don't know these people. They will send thugs.
And I go kill everybody. You were with us in Port Harcourt. Now, you know, we engaged them.
Yes.
Face, fear, face. It's a maxim that came from Port Harcourt. Face, fear, face. Can you kill every? If village cook for you, can you eat it? We forget that we're more in number than them. Total armed forces strength in the nation is less than 1 million.
But then again, you talked about the fact that there's that deliberate, mind bug that just keeps you senseless, for the want of a better way to describe it.
Yes.
So can we say they've been successful?
Very. Very. That's why you see the kind of things you see people running amok all over the place. Over 1.9 trillion shared. I will have, because of the removal of subsidy, the value of the naira, which today was doing 9.55 out there in the open market, as at today, I would have expected that 1.9 trillion, I would have expected the governors to sit with the president to say, look, the president has said, look, let us get money to circulate. Money is good. You're going to get more cash. It has never happened in Nigeria, that volume, because of the sudden exchange rate differential.
Yeah.
So let's pay vendors that were owing, pay pensioners, so that money can circulate. Every money you pay face 3 or 4 people. Yeah. Monica, you repair things. Don't use multinationals for those small jobs, Even if you're going to let things be like, imagine if that conversation has taken place and say on geopolitical zones like the Northeast, all your states, look, let's do a peer review. We do A, B, C, D. What's the nature of poverty here? What's the nature of underemployment, unemployment, and this? Not too much to rinchi, just like this morning, even if we know that things will move, we were away, but like, let's deliberately. And you find that it will cushion things. It will go beyond. Like, imagine that in that area, they say, okay, let's do 2020 buses. So that in this geopolitical zone, we know that we can generate 20 or 40 buses. I just saw news that the national grid has come down. Why are you having a national grid that is centralized in 2023?
That's a whole kettle of fish on its own.
You have 7 geopolitical zones. Break it down into zones. Normally, when
one of the pluses for the Buhari administration is that he unbundled. He really unbundled this light situation into states.
I'm saying implement. You have installed capacity, but you can't move it out. If you break it down into geopolitical zones, when one breaks down, that area supports that area while the down is being rectified. It doesn't make sense for national security concern that you have just one colonial national grid since 1956. If I need to borrow to do that, I will borrow to do that. You need energy. So if one area goes, if I want to attack you as a nation, I just shut it down. You're out. Yeah, so it's the same thing at the federal level. Yes. Now, when we're having this conversation, we said, no, federal government security is your baby. Because there's nothing like chief security officer in the constitution. Leave all those lingo. It's not there. Yes, there's not. No, you are not. There's nothing like that. The law says that the commissioner of police attends your state security council meeting out of courtesy. That's what it says. Yeah. So, but we know that you lead that conversation. So, you federal government, you need to provide an enabling environment. So, and if the governors and the local government chairmen were coming there and we say, look, we cannot do our business, we cannot render service to those who elected us. Federal government, what are you doing about this? If they're stealing oil, we sack the chief of naval staff. Yes. Or we give him 1 month to own his jersey. And statistics are made available. If those things, we measure with the nature of prevalence of black soot
Yes.
arising from refining of stolen crude oil and all that.
Bullfire.
And all those kind of things. So this is them. Now, all this grammar, let's say you hear symmetric and no symmetric. My sister, our fathers did it before this time when there was no CNN. What's all this drama? You're spending millions and billions of dollars and you are not rendering service. How can we're discussing mundane things then? Because we need to see a plan. We need to see direction. That's why you see a governor will come up and tell you, he's brazen. You don't blame me. Everybody's calling me your king. Look, oh, king, live forever. Because the employer, who is the voter, has shirked his responsibility and his rights to his employee. And his employee says, well, Lordship, we thank you for doing this road. That's where you are.
I'll tell you what, sidebar. One of the reasons why I became a political journalist, I became very interested in the news, is when I used to work for a governor. I'm not going to say his name.
I know.
I used to travel with him to, commission this and that. And I'd see people roll out the drums and thank him. I almost want to kiss his ring, the ring on his finger. Mm-hmm. And I worked in a state media. You can't criticize your guy.
No, you
so I went on air one day. I don't know what I drank. And I said, why do we applaud governors for doing what they should do with our taxpayers' monies? I almost lost my job.
Exactly.
But that day, I knew that we needed to start asking the right questions.
Exactly.
Where do we even start from? In the bid to get our sense back. You know how they say receive sense. Where do we even start?
Re-educate. I think you people can help the media houses. So I think those small sound bites that we do. Maybe we'll start doing jingles. You sure say you know what in democracy be. You sure say you know what in your right be. Now that's why I quarrel with the Nigerian Bar Association. The Nigerian Bar Association, every year you do this, your massive jamborees, and you go take a state and you rock it down. There's nothing wrong with that. But it took illiterates to come and tell us that you didn't need a certificate to be the president of Nigeria. Yes, these are supposed to be outcomes that we should expect, and even class actions pursued by the Nigerian Bar Association, compelling the National Assembly to act. Look at the way we're dancing in and out of the Electoral Act. By now, we should have expected people. Don't forget, in 2019, the INEC chairman told everybody how he's going to use electronic that, and he refused to tell us and got funds appropriated for that purpose. He spent it knowing fully well that the Constitution did not support that. Nobody
taking advantage of the loopholes.
There was no loophole. He needed us to ask for him to be sanctioned. And we allowed it happen.
Well, I mean, people have asked, can people take INEC to
class
court?
actions? Why not? You can take the officials of the... If there's the issues of, if you think that the law has been violated, particularly if it borders on crime, on criminality, you can. And we expect the agencies like the NBA. I remember when the late Dr. Becker and some Kuti was alive. People like Becker, Ganifa, they will have gone to court by now. If for nothing, just to test the law. Yes, if for nothing, so that next time when the next person wants to, he's a bit careful. So even if those who want to protect him, they know, this matter has been tested. Yeah, we sat here. Even when they were looking for amendment to the electoral, Nigerians were waiting, begging for President Buhari to sign. Yes, if I take it back to our time, Babangida wanted to take the IMF loan.
I need you to hold this thought. We have to go for a break. Lagos, I did tell you, this one's christened the political rasta for a reason. Eugene Abels is in the studio. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us.
Give on our teeth 24 hours protection. Use Oral-B today. Na Nigerian Dental Association. Tanda gidigba with Oral-B.
Guy, I tell you, see all this plenty airtime and data. Who are they take flex? Now dash glow dash me, you go believe.
Dash get for this kind of economy. I
again. Diana, as I buy my glow sim like this, I first collect 1,000 naira welcome bonus, Sarah. As I come recharge, bam, glow knock me 10 times airtime bonus. I also enjoy double data. Join.
Wait, you mean 1,000 naira welcome bonus?
Yes.
Plus 10 times airtime bonus?
Yes.
Plus double data again?
Yes.
Papa, where's universe now?
The glow break at the universe now. You want try?
Oh, mo, no wonder boys they flex anyhow on top phone 247 non-stop. I talk calm.
My people, not let grass grow under your Lego. Go get your glow sim today. Dial *777# to buy and enjoy 10 times airtime bonus plus up to double data. Offer day for both new and existing subscribers them.
Glow Unlimited.
Mr. Man! Oh, see what you have done now! You have damaged my car!
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I hope you have a good motor insurance.
Yes, I have a third-party motor insurance that will take care of all the repairs.
In fact, the benefits of third-party motor insurance have increased. First, the limit to claims for damages to third-party vehicles has been increased. Secondly, when you get your third-party motor insurance, you automatically get an ECOWAS Brown card, which means your vehicle now has insurance cover across all West African countries. And if ever it is liable on Nigerian roads for damages to a vehicle from any West African country, the premium to be paid for third-party motor insurance for private car owners, it increased from 5,000 naira to 15,000 naira to enable insurers adequately bear the cost of repairs whenever the need arises. Buy your motor insurance. Please log on to www.niip.ng or visit any licensed insurance company today. This is a public enlightenment message from the Nigeria Insurers Association, NIA.
Use Vaseline to moisturize, and your skin will be bright and just right. Vaseline is good for you from head to toe to make your skin glow. Make sure you rub your hands, oh yeah. Make sure you rub your legs, rub your face, oh yeah. Thanks to Vaseline, everything's so smooth, everything's so soft. Vaseline, everything's so smooth.
For chapped lips, diaper rash, damaged skin, and a moisturizer to keep your skin smooth, use Vaseline daily for a healthy, shining skin. Experience the healing power of Vaseline.
When you're in 9 Mobile, Nigeria's own network, you get rewarded for asking for more. So whenever you need more data to stream your favorite movies and music, or to play the latest blockbuster games, 9 Mobile has got you covered with 8 GB for just 1,500 naira, 9.5 GB for 2,000 naira, and many more. So join 9 Mobile now or dial *301# to choose any of our reliable and affordable plans to express yourself freely on Nigeria's confirmed network. 9 Mobile, here for you, here for Nigeria.
Thanks for calling Bastion HMO.
Since I signed up with Bastion HMO, I don't worry about hospital bills. I get access to top quality healthcare and still save enough for other things. They even help me pre-book my doctor's appointments. Bastion HMO also gives me access to over 1,700 hospitals and clinics with the freedom to switch whenever. I feel so in control of my finances and health.
Call 0800 Bastion or visit www.bastionhmo.com to purchase a plan that suits your needs. Bastion Health, the HMO that puts you in control.
Discover Lipton's flavorful and balanced taste. With our unique expertise, we select fine quality tea leaves from selected tea gardens around the world. Experience Lipton Yellow Label's flavorful and balanced taste in every sip. Discover Lipton's flavorful and balanced taste.
Welcome to the Dettol Shield Show. So, your question is, list multiple uses of Dettol antiseptic liquid. Your time starts now.
We use Dettol for bathing.
Correct. During and after shaving. Great.
To clean my cuts and wounds.
Yes.
We also use Dettol for cleaning surfaces like the floor and kitchen tiles.
Yes, correct.
We also use Dettol for laundry.
Okay,
Cleaning
Mrs.
door
Phillips,
handles.
someone please turn off Mrs. Phillips. Dettol antiseptic liquid protects you and your family from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
Panasonic air conditioner.
We care about the food we eat. We care about the water we drink. But do we care about the air we breathe? With Panasonic U-Series air conditioners featuring the latest NanoWay X technology, you can breathe clean and fresh air while enjoying the best cooling performance. Panasonic is available at all Panaserve showrooms and all leading electronic stores in Nigeria. Panaserve showrooms are located at Lekki, Victoria Island, Ikeja, Enugu, Kano, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. Panaserve showroom is at Admiralty, Lekki, Allen, Ikeja, and Muri-Okwala, Victoria Island. Panasonic air conditioners, quality air for life.
We done it again now. Kanta to Bunga new season don't land. Person with the bet. Focus I stop for target.
you start the new football season with the Bet King. We don't arrange better odds. Odds boost today, nyafu, and we got aka bonus self day. This one, a new and better jollyment feeling. Go play your bet for betking.com. Carry the promo code FREEBETBK. Take some of your bet free of charge.
That feeling? That's Bet King.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the crown princesses of style and spice. They are a course fabulous. They are reality royalty. Meet the Real Housewives of Lagos Season 2. Can you guess who's back? 5 of your favorite housewives return, along with 2 dazzling newcomers. Don't miss this exciting new season. Subscribe from 1,200 Naira Monkey. Sign up now at showmax.com.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
If you're on Niger's Confirmed Network, you get a super gift of 1,000 Naira for just joining the network. You're welcome. 900% bonus on every recharge, 100% data bonus for 6 months, and double data bonus on your first recharge of the month. That's the 9 Confirmed plan from 9 Mobile, and it's lit. So get a new SIM or dial star 1400 hash and start browsing, sharing, and creating more on Niger's Confirmed Network. 9 Mobile, here for you, here for Niger.
This house will implement spending cuts on household essentials. First, cable subscription from premium to standard.
Aye.
Now, 3 crowns milk from...
Don't touch our 3 crowns milk, oh.
Why?
Mom sacrifices a lot, and 3 crowns milk nourishes Mom so that she can support our family.
Moms are our treasures beyond measure. So treasure Mom with low cholesterol 3 crowns milk today. 3 crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Hello, Mrs. Martins.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. Johnson, how may I help you?
Junior's body temperature is high and he's complaining about headaches and body aches.
Not to worry. Get Bruston and suspension.
Okay, ma. I'll call you back.
Bruston and Suspension for Children is a sweet-tasting brand of ibuprofen which provides relief against toothache, pains, and fever in children after 30 minutes.
Hello, ma. Oh, Junior, stop that.
Is everything okay, Mrs. Johnson?
Yes, ma. Junior is fine now. In fact, Junior, sorry, ma. I'll call you back.
Brustin and Suspension for Children. Always take the product after meal. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor. A quality product from Rambaxay.
Uncle Dentist, what are cavities? And how does Colgate protect my teeth from cavities? Does it use Kung Fu?
No, dear. Most tooth pains are caused by tooth holes called cavities. When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavities.
It's time to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
Colgate is recommended by the Nigerian Dental Association.
Get in on the action with Betano, your exciting desperate for an award-winning experience with amazing betting options, cash out, and missions, as well as other features. Join now and get a welcome bonus of up to 100,000 Naira. Betano.ng. The game starts now.
Boniface, my guy. Waiting to your face.
My friend, see how you dey live fine. You don't buy car, you don't marry. And I hear say you don't complete your house sef. And I dey here with no money, no job, even to feed sef na problem.
Brotherly. Overthinking no fit solve problem, my guy. Now online trading that they run and na Square Financial teach me.
Square Financial?
Now.
How?
Why don't you reserve a spot in their next free training by sending yes to 0904-859-9688. Squared Financial is a reputable company and they will teach you how to start online trading and make profit. To reserve a spot in their next free training, send yes to 0904-859-9688.
Sometimes it costs little to do much, just like it doesn't cost much to live the 5G life with the new Samsung A14 5G smartphone. All of 5G like super fast downloads, buffer-free streaming, and seamless video calls are yours to explore. Simply visit any Samsung or partner retail store nationwide to buy the affordable Samsung A14 5G smartphone and get up to 30 gig data over the next 3 months and start living your imagination.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A teacher, a pilot, an astronaut.
Kids have big dreams, but a lack of iron in their diet could affect their brain development. That's why one sachet of Cerelac Junior provides 50% of their daily iron needs to help them learn to their full potential and fulfill their dreams.
A musician, an architect.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the crown princesses of style and spice. They are a course fabulous. They are reality royalty. Meet the Real Housewives of Lagos Season 2. Can you guess who's back? 5 of your favorite housewives return, along with 2 dazzling newcomers. Don't miss this exciting new season. Subscribe from 1,200 Naira Monkey. Sign up now at showmax.com.
How far? Every time you fantasize about traveling, the ticket fare slaps you back into reality, Abby. I have a solution. You can pay small. Let's say you want to travel to Johannesburg. You go to onboard.com. You search the ticket fare and it's 450k. You can lock down the ticket with as little as 10% and pay 2 to 5 times depending on your date of travel. Is it not better to pay that 450k like 3 times? It is! This applies to local and international flights. Quickly book your tickets. www.onboard.com, onboard.com, and use Pay Small.
Hi, darling. How have you been?
I've been so busy, Granny. Well, Friday, I went on a field trip to see gorillas in Rwanda. Then, I slayed a few dragons with my friends. On Saturday, I watched football game in London live with my brother. And then, I went to bed watching the world from space. And you, Grandma?
That's a lot. How?
All I needed was my phone, laptop, TV, and Airtel's 5G.
Lag-free gaming, hyper-realistic VR, 8K streaming, and so much more. With Airtel 5G's lightning-fast speeds and seamless connectivity, you won't believe what's next. Live the future in the Airtel 5G zone.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Us moms, we never have enough time. So when my family's day starts, I make Quaker 3-in-1 oats in an instant to get them started. It's quick 3-in-1 goodness. You just add hot water and it's ready in 2 minutes. Yes, so just add water. Quaker 3-in-1 instant oats has milk and sugar and comes in 300 grams and 50 grams. So make sure Quaker Oats 3-in-1 instant oats is on your shopping list today. Quaker goodness, now quicker.
Quaker Oats is an amazing start to your day.
Discover Lipton's flavorful and balanced taste. With our unique expertise, we select fine quality tea leaves from selected tea gardens around the world. Experience Lipton Yellow Label's flavorful and balanced taste in every sip. Discover Lipton's flavorful and balanced taste.
If you're on Niger's Confirmed Network, you get a super gift of 1,000 Naira for just joining the network. You're welcome. 900% bonus on every recharge, 100% data bonus for 6 months, and double data bonus on your first recharge of the month. That's the 9 Confirmed plan from 9 Mobile, and it's lit. So get a new SIM or dial star 1400 hash and start browsing, sharing, and creating more on Niger's Confirmed Network. 9 Mobile, here for you, here for Niger.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts.
42 minutes gone past the 5 o'clock hour. It's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Mary Anacombe. Still in the studio with me is Eugene Abels. He is a good governance advocate and he is the Executive Director for the Extra Step Initiative. Now, before we went on that break, he's been giving us gems on what we need to know and, of course, how we need to rework our mindsets as to how we see leadership, especially governance, the work of governance, the work of governors. But then he's also said that we're assigning local government duties to governors. That's because we're not properly educated. And you've said that the media has a job to do. But then political parties who are asking for votes every 4 years, and then for local government elections, we've also noticed that they don't even do, because normally the job of voter education is supposed, the onus is on them, political parties, because you're asking me for votes. You're supposed to educate me. Let's not talk about the NOA because they're half past dead. I say it with my chest because they're half past dead. But then the job again is on the media. The media has to do the educating. The media has to do everything. INEC does a little bit. They have a voter education arm. But then that voter education is just for the election. What about the idea of governance? Apart from when you did history or civic education in school, that's it?
You see, Father Kuka said, stop looking for a good man to repair your car. Look for a good mechanic. Yes, just, see, we keep looking at these things. We forget that all of this amounts to who manages the resources of the country. Even in family, marriage, there's politics, office politics. Yeah. What is politics? The allocation of scarce resources. Keyword scarce. So we are playing. Your money is in front of you. You're pointing hand at devil. This is your responsibility, me and you. How many countries did God avail the kind of resources he gave? We have no reason to complain.
Really?
Now you're acting as if your case is special, that this angel should come from heaven.
But we're praying. We're praying nation. We've been praying for God to come and help us.
When you pray, he has answered by granting you a brain, legs, and he created you in his image so that you can solve your problem. Every generation. Don't forget, our grandfathers had to deal with the colonial government. Before the colonial government, they had to deal with the traders who had gotten charter from the crown to travel thousands of miles. I've said that in all this coup here, if you understand what it took us to get this democracy, you will not mention military government. Military government is another political party wearing uniform. And we can't be here talking now. They don't come here and flog us now. Now, if you think it's happy, yes. And concerning the debate, when you say, NSAS. Oh, really? NSAS alone? When Babangida overthrew President General Buhari, they wanted to do structural adjustment and take a loan for IMF. The nation rose up. Every beer parlor was discussing the IMF loan and structure. Everybody read, Nigeria is fashionable to sound intelligent. Everybody was there. So that the president insists, let there be a national conversation. That's why they came up with SAC, structural adjustment, just to appease, because there was so much pressure from the everyday person. So
where did that pressure go?
So instead of the word austerity, they came up with that other because people knew what the consequences are, because we're coming from a period of pure scarcity. We were unable to meet our foreign obligations. We had to queue by 4 a.m. for 6 tins of milk and 2 packets of sugar. Yes, if you think you have seen anything, don't forget that if the Aba women had kept quiet, the warrant chiefs would have, the women were killed. I'm not saying riot, I'm saying ask questions. Make the people you've elected, when
answerable to us.
To you. You see the average young person tell you that legislator waiting did not do any project. That's not his responsibility.
We're gonna have this conversation another day. I'm not going to let you go just like that. We're gonna have more of this conversation. I don't know where you're going, but we'll bring you back again. But let me open the phone lines. I need to see Lagos, join this conversation. I see the phone lines already, blinking. Lagos, join the conversation. Eugene Abels is here in the studio spitting facts because this is hard facts. 0700 993 993 993. Join the conversation. 0700 993 993 993. You could also call if you're a lady. 01 465 7190. Send me a message on WhatsApp, or you could join the conversation on Twitter with the hashtag hard facts. Let's hear from you, Lagos. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to Hard Facts. Oh dear. Please call me back if that was you. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to Hard Facts. Please turn off your radio.
Good evening.
Good evening. Please turn off your radio.
Okay, I'm doing that.
My name is Koka.
Turn off your radio. I'll tell you one more time.
Hello?
Yes.
Is it okay?
Go ahead.
My name is Koka. I'm calling you from Ojo.
Go ahead.
Yeah, please. I wonder when your guest said that the legislator has no responsibility in project execution. So I want him to shed more light, because there's what is called constituency constituency project. Yes.
Okay. All right.
And a lot of money is being given, allocated. If you go to every constituency, they are doing virtually nothing.
Okay.
So let him explain. Thank you very much.
All right. I'll take one more call, Eugene, and then you can talk about it. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Nigeria Info.
Good evening.
Yes, my name is Ibiso from Ikoyi.
Ibiso, go ahead, please.
Thank God that you've been in Rivers State, and Eugene, we used to follow him up in Rivers State, is a Rivers person. Let me put it like that. Now, you are saying we, the citizen, supposed to ask the local government, what are they doing with the fund? You can remember that the past governor of Rivers State is a minister now, the Minister of Federal Capital Territory. Ask the local government chairman that, for example, you cannot go more than this amount of projects. That is local government that's supposed to be autonomous on their own. He said that, for example, you cannot go more than 20 million naira contracts. The same governor will go to the local government and build schools. The road that the local government is supposed to do, the same governor will go and flag up road and bring AIT, different media, this to come and commission in River State. Why I'm particular about River State?
All right, Ibiso, thank you very much for calling. But you have 60 seconds. Ibiso, I'm so sorry. We don't have too much time, so I want to take as many calls as we can. We have just about 3-4 minutes. Hello?
Yeah, Sean Lady, good evening.
Good evening. You have 60 seconds. Go ahead, please.
We're in a democracy. Somewhere in Ogun State, Uncle Jimmy have intervened this local government chairman.
Yeah.
Since 2019, the governors step on their allocation. Look at what is happening in Edo between Obaseki and his deputy. Is that democracy? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Eugene.
Yeah, number one, he asked about legislature, why we should have said that constituency projects is an aberration, just like security vote. Security vote was meant for military commanders. It won't stop if we don't challenge it. It's not your business. Your business is oversight. Make laws, make sure they meet their obligation, make sure the budgets which they've come to present that they're implemented, make sure that before they announce the no budget, that the House of Assemblies and the National Assembly make the executive to account for what happened in the previous budget. It will happen if you don't. So when the President Buhari said, let local governments get their allocations, trying to make them independent financially, and the governor said we should have entered the streets and compelled action. It's our responsibility to compel action. Enter the streets to compel action. Yeah, so don't wait for anybody. Now, coming to River State, for instance, or River State, Ogun State, it's happening everywhere. None of those governors will have the boldness to put that they're saying in writing. To tell any local government chairman that you can't do more. They blackmail them because they appoint them.
Yes.
Just as they appoint the party officials. So when you were talking about parties coming together, it will happen. If we need to progress to the next level, the electoral, this is our democratic conversation, we must start anything that's delegated elections, whether it be within the party or at any point. Nobody should delegate. I'm joining this party because I like the color and I want to represent my views. You don't tell me because you're paying where you getting the money from. Yeah, so that's one of that question. It's same thing everywhere.
He was talking about the local government in Ogun State. I'll just take one more call quickly. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Oh dear, 0700 993 993 993. I see too many people are trying to call, so the lines are now clogged. But let me read a quick message here, Eugene, before I let you go. This one says, we did not elect these people, Marianne. We can't ask questions to these people who foisted themselves on us. Godwin in Ogun State. This one says, hard fact, if legislators has nothing to do with projects and constituency allowance, that should be stopped henceforth. This is from Adibola.
We can stop it.
Okay.
And we can ask governors to account for security votes. Do you know that there are some parastatals in the federal government that have security votes? And no limit to it in the constitution. No limit, no accountability. Just say, take myself, I can allocate to myself 1 billion a month or 10 billion a month, depending on how much revenue I get. The same thing is, what is constituency? What's your work? You're a legislator. Your job is only supposed to be part-time.
Yeah. Well, Eugene, unfortunately, when we're having...
practically begging President Buhari to sign electoral. When we need them. Now we they set exam. They beg you when we elect. Now it's the shameful thing. That's why I talked to one of the young people. People died for this democracy to come to be. You're thinking that when you bring military regime, it will change. No, it's another political party. If you don't ask them questions, but can you bear what we bore? Yes. At the time, our people dealt with the traders who took charter to come from the crown, who traveled thousands of miles because you did nothing. So right now, my opinion is that Oyibo people have reduced the standard. They say don't invent anymore, just copy and paste.
Eugene, we have to go. I need to bring you back to Lagos. I have to drag you back to Lagos. Eugene Abels is a good governance advocate, and he is the executive director of the Extra Step Initiative. It's so good to have you in the studio, Eugene.
Thank you.
I'm bringing you back, even if it's via Zoom. We're coming back to have more of these conversations. This time, we're looking at our legislators and the duties that are cut out for them.
I think we should look at the way we think.
We're going to talk about how our minds work.
Yes. There's a whole new conversation going on now. Like the average person expects that, Chicago this, Chicago, forgetting that it's within the confines of the Constitution.
Of the Nigerian Constitution.
Yes.
We got to go. Eugene, once again, thank you so much for coming to the studio. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. And that's Hard Facts Lagos. My name is Mary Anacon. Follow Nigeria Info on Twitter, Instagram, and on Threads. Follow me, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, MIMIEYO. We would love to hear from you. We will take a quick break. After that break, David has some information for us, and then I will be saying Arrivederci on the show tonight. But thank you, Lagos, for being part of the conversation on Hard Facts. I'll be back tomorrow with more talking for development.
How have you been?
I've been so busy, Granny. Well, Friday, I went on a field trip to see gorillas in Rwanda. Then, I slayed a few dragons with my friends. On Saturday, I watched football game in London live with my brother. And then, I went to bed watching the world from space. And you, Grandma?
That's a lot. How?
All I needed was my phone, laptop, TV, and Airtel's 5G.
Lag-free gaming, hyper-realistic VR, 8K streaming, and so much more. With Airtel 5G's lightning-fast speeds and seamless connectivity, you won't believe what's next. Live the future in the Airtel 5G zone.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Hello, Mrs. Martins.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. Johnson, how may I help you?
Junior's body temperature is high and he's complaining about headaches and body aches.
Not to worry. Get Bruston and suspension.
Okay, ma. I'll call you back.
Bruston and Suspension for Children is a sweet-tasting brand of ibuprofen which provides relief against toothache, pains, and fever in children after 30 minutes.
Hello, ma. Oh, Junior, stop that.
Is everything okay, Mrs. Johnson?
Yes, ma. Junior is fine now. In fact, Junior, sorry, ma. I'll call you back.
Brustin and Suspension for Children. Always take the product after meal. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor. A quality product from Rambaxay.
Welcome to the Dettol Shield Show. So, your question is, list multiple uses of Dettol antiseptic liquid. Your time starts now.
We use Dettol for bathing.
Correct. During and after shaving. Great.
To clean my cuts and wounds.
Yes.
We also use Dettol for cleaning surfaces like the floor and kitchen tiles.
Yes, correct.
We also use Dettol for laundry.
Okay, Mrs.
Cleaning door
Phillips,
handles.
someone please turn off Mrs. Phillips. Dettol antiseptic liquid protects you and your family from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
My kids love tasty snacks, but many snacks are not so good for them. That's why I love the new Milo Anna snacks.
We love it, Mom.
Yes, it's a delicious snack with the goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and crunchy Niger-grown maize containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
So, pack Milo and snacks in their lunchbox every day to help your kids refuel at break time and keep winning all day. Milo, energy to go further.
Alright guys, listen up. This map shows the entrance of the school. We come at them from these marked angles. School fees, project fees, and any other arising school need. We attack at 0800 West African time after the school bell.
Hey, bad news guys.
What again?
The parents got a rent money loan this morning. They don't catch us.
That's right. Take charge of the school bills with Rain Money and unlock up to 6 million naira in minutes. Call 0700 5000 500 or visit rainmoney.com. Everything money. Rain Money.
Use Vaseline to moisturize, and your skin will be bright and just right. Vaseline is good for you from head to toe to make your skin glow. Make sure you rub your hands, oh yeah. Make sure you rub your legs, rub your face, oh yeah. Thanks to Vaseline, everything's so smooth, everything's so soft. Vaseline, everything's so smooth.
For chapped lips, diaper rash, damaged skin, and a moisturizer to keep your skin smooth, use Vaseline daily for a healthy, shining skin. Experience the healing power of Vaseline.
This house will implement spending cuts on household essentials. First, cable subscription from premium to standard.
Aye.
Now, 3 crowns milk from...
Don't touch our 3 crowns milk, oh.
Why?
Mom sacrifices a lot, and 3 crowns milk nourishes mom so that she can support our family.
Moms are our treasures beyond measure. So treasure mom with low cholesterol 3 crowns milk today. 3 crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Are you ambitious to earn above 500,000 naira and willing to take your career to the next level? Do you have a car and ready to start a new career work in an American company? Then this is an opportunity for you. An American company in Lekki is recruiting in a managerial position. Kindly send your resume and application letter to jobs.kyevalir@gmail.com or call 0815-705-0505 or 0906-282-20052 to book an interview.
Stay updated with all the current news. From policies to politics, economies, local and foreign news. We keep you updated on all the happenings. Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
It's 6 o'clock. Nigeria Info, your number one for news. Always spot on, fresh and direct on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
And now, this is the news.
The news.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Coming up on the news this evening, Lagos State Government internally generated revenue as of June 2023 hits 400 billion naira. Atiku Abubakar appeals Election Petition Tribunal's judgment, and the LEA to host heads of Africa anti-narcotic bodies in Abuja next week. And on the foreign scene, US President Biden urges UN leaders to stand together against Russia. Join me again for the news coming in detail shortly.
Nigeria Info, your number one for news. Always spot on, fresh and direct on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Good evening to you, Lagos. Welcome back. This is the news on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Yvonne Ochaifa. Let's start by informing you that the Lagos State Government made about 400 billion naira as internally generated revenue for the month of June this year. The Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Okwe George, stated this at the 2024 Budget Consultative Forum in Abuja. The forum was held in the state's 5 divisions of Ikorodu, Badagry, Lagos Island, Ikeja. According to George, the government hopes to reach the target before the end of the year. The commissioner noted that it was expedient to increase the 2024 budget target so that more could be done for the people. Meanwhile, some youths in Abeokuta took to the streets today to demand justice for Mohbad, who died last Tuesday. The youths gathered in their numbers at the skating ground arena in Abeokuta wearing black and carrying placards with inscriptions such as Justice for Mohbad and Who of Light, among others. The Department of State Services will join the probe to unravel the circumstances leading to the death of the singer. Governor Sanwo-Olu extended the invitation to the DSS, and in a statement today, the governor sympathized with the artist's family and fans. You'll recall the Lagos Police Command on Monday inaugurated a 13-man probe panel following the directive of Governor Sanwo-Olu. Meanwhile, the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service says it rescued 2 men from an early fire outbreak at Ikota Housing Estate. The director, Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Margaret Adesheye, said the fire department was alerted of the fire around 4 a.m. She said the 2 victims pulled from the fire sustained burns and have been taken to the hospital for further treatment. The first phase of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway has been completed and delivered to ensure the free flow of traffic. The Federal Controller of Works, Lagos State, Olukorede Kesha, says the phase 1 was completed and delivered before the mid-September date promised by the Minister of Works, David Umahi. According to her, the ongoing construction on the highway median drains are minor works that will not affect traffic. And while we await President Tinubu's address at the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly, let's inform you that the president is urging the mining industries in South Africa to invest in Nigeria. The president made this call when he had a bilateral discussion with his South African counterpart, Cyril Ramaphosa. Speaking on the investment opportunities of the visit, the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, said the country was engaging in investments in education and other sectors.
Several engagement, side meetings, side events, many on education, SDG, healthcare, which the country is engaging in, and the subnational are also engaging in all side events as well.
Minister of Solid Minerals, Dele Alake, spoke more on his meeting with some South African investors on solid minerals.
Nigeria is ready and open